All right, everyone. Trump's wins keep coming. RFK Jr. now appointed to Health and Human Services. Yes, you heard that right. I strongly support this move, actually. I think RFK Jr. is the right man for the job, and that's partially because I was thinking the other day, I've edited works across multiple centuries with regards to dietary science, medicine, things like that, because it's part of the occult, and it's also fascinating to me. If you watch the progression of it, I could probably make a 5-hour-long video on the subject. In fact, maybe I will at some point in the future. And I noticed something. The people who ignored health guidelines, for the most part, not always, but for the most part, probably came out healthier than those that followed them. Need I say more about the FDA's food pyramid, for example, from when I was a kid, stressing that it was important for kids to get 6 to 11 servings of cereals every single day. The problem being, of course, most of those were highly refined, just empty carbs and stuff like that. In reality, you should be getting more red meat and greens. Go and get some sunlight. Fuck the sunblock and stuff like that. That's how you remain healthy. Look at me. I don't look all fucked up. That's basically my own health advice. Grow your own food whenever possible. Learn how to cook, and it's slightly important. Eat a bunch of herbs and weird supplements and stuff like that. Just do what you want. A lot of it's genetic anyway. RFK Jr. appears to understand this. For example, he's come out lately against fluoridation of public water supplies. I think that that's actually very important. You see, most people brush with a fluoridated toothpaste, so they're already getting enough fluoride into their teeth to protect the enamel and to strengthen their teeth in general. If you overdo it, you end up with fluorosis potentially. You end up with other problems, the health problems. RFK Jr. is saying, look, everyone's already using fluoridated toothpaste anyway. They go to the dentist, they get the fluoride tray. You don't need to fluoridate the public water supply. And there are some people in the health industry, specifically the dentistry industry, because they want people to lose their teeth so that they can make more money. There's an impetus there. They're up in arms right now. Oh my God, he's a conspiracy theorist. The kids are gonna have cavities and shit. Well, I mean, the FDA probably created more cavities by giving your kids 11 servings of Wonder Bread every single day. Just to be clear, the government is not your friend on health issues. It never has been. I looked back through the centuries, and I looked at the sort of health advice that was given. And you really have to separate the wheat from the chaff, so to speak. Sometimes the advice makes sense. Hey, turnips are good for you. I agree. Turnips are lovely. I love growing them as well. Thankfully, they're easily grown on our local soil. But then you also have crazy health advice like, hey, take a drop of arsenic for your cold. Use Nux vomica. Oh God, you should look that up. Lobelia can cure literally everything. And lest we forget, the concept of modernity with regards to medicine, technology, etc. is always an illusion. There's always more research coming in. There are always more things that we can understand about the world around us. And so what RFK Jr. actually is stressing with regards to health, which is the nominated position that he would be in human services, he's fundamentally correct. Because over time things progress. They don't really progress though, they just change. Eggs were reasoned to be the devil back in the 90s because they've got cholesterol in them. Oh my God. And cholesterol was correlated with heart attacks and strokes and stuff like that. We've realized now, of course, the cholesterol is the byproduct, not the cause. It's good for you to eat a couple of eggs each day. In fact, your grandparents, they probably ate 4 or 5 fucking eggs before they went out and got 10 hours of exercise. Health and the guidelines thereby keep changing over time. I have my own regimen that I stick to. Seems to be working pretty well, actually. And it has nothing to do with any FDA guidelines. I completely ignore them. Do I like... Basically, I just eat whatever the fuck I want and then get plenty of sun and exercise. That's the way to go. Just have a happy complexion. You'll get less wrinkles. RFK Jr. seems to understand this basic premise. The FDA and other groups do not. Also, it's epic trolling. RFK Jr. has been, for a couple of years now, castigated by the so-called health community, and by many politicians in tow, as being like he's anti-vax, he's anti-science, he doesn't know what he's talking about, he's the health version of Joe Rogan, oh my god, conspiracy theorist. But yet he's right. At least on some counts he's right. Now, am I a super fan of RFK Jr.? No, of course not. There are things in which I deeply disagree with him. For instance, on guns. He went from generally being ambivalent to the topic to swinging hard left and saying, well, assault weapons, they have no reason to be in civilian hands. Thankfully, this particular position would not give him latitude to even talk about the issue, because it has nothing to do with it. I guess in a roundabout way, the Biden admin is trying to tie it in as a public health crisis, gun crime, and things like that. I can't imagine RFK Jr. doing that, though. I think he would be good in that role. It pisses the absolute shit off of the left. Oh my god, if you haven't seen their mental breakdowns yet, you've got to go and take a stroll across X right now and just look up RFK Jr. They're going completely apeshit over it. God, I think this is them going crazy on a level that even like Tulsi Gabbard or Matt Gaetz can't attain. This is the ultimate of meltdowns from the left, and I'm loving every second of it. But yeah, I do believe, if RFK Jr. comes in there and the only thing that happens is, hey, we need to shut off the fluoride supply in the public water systems, that would still save a lot of lives. It would still save a lot of money, because then crooked dentists and orthodontists wouldn't be able to bilk people as much, and it would be a good time. Yes, you should use a fluoridated toothpaste. You need no further fluoride than that. You don't need to drink it. You don't need the trays. That's just the truth of it. And this will eventually be borne out as reality, although right now, because of the orthodoxy of medicine, you're considered a conspiracy theorist by suggesting it. Just as back in the 90s, if you suggested that kids should not eat 11 slices of goddamn Wonder Bread every single day, you were a conspiracy theorist. And therefore, you were wrong, because you went against the orthodoxy at the time. That's about all. Peace out.